Alright, last time we left this video off when Naruto and Kakashi was about to fight. And a quick note, I forgot to add this, but Minato is 50% Uchiha and 50% hatake. So that makes Naruto 25% Uchiha, 25% hatake, and 50% Uzumaki. Alright, back into the video. Alright, we start off this video with Naruto and Kakashi clashing their kunais. Naruto goes for a swift kick in the stomach for Kakashi, but Kakashi is able to dodge in time. And Kakashi counteracts this movement by punching Naruto in the gut, sending him back a couple feet, like 2 or 3 feet, and he regains his posture. But that time, Kakashi started rushing at Naruto. Naruto, easily seeing this, dodges and goes behind her and tries to chop her in the neck, but she is able to block it with her elbow and tries to punch him in the gut, but he dodges and by jumping over her and weaves some hand fireball jutsu. Kakashi weaves her own hand sign saying fireball jutsu, and the two jutsus collide. But since Naruto has way more chakra and put a lot more chakra than in the fireball than Kakashi, Naruto won, causing Kakashi to be on the ground burning. Naruto just simply Naruto wins the fight. As soon as he wins, he goes up to Kakashi and does a water style, like a water hose juice or something like that, like a water wall or something like that, just to put the fire out. She's kind of injured, but not all that really, because she is durable. So in this meantime, he picks her up because pretty injured, and then they leave out to school because that was the last thing of the day. Walking, Naruto still has her on his back, and then she asks a question that Naruto wasn't expecting at all. She asks if he could come over to her house and train with her. Naruto not expecting this at all and doesn't know what to say. Just says sure, because he doesn't see any harm in this. So he goes to her house, because he leads the way. He goes to her house and puts her in the bed and waits for her to go and puts her to sleep just because she's injured. So in that time, he goes outside to his parents' house and starts training with his dad, fourth Hokage. Since Naruto is 8, I believe, yes, 8, he is training Naruto in a new jutsu called the Chidori. And yes, in this timeline, Kakashi didn't make the Chidori. Minato did. And since he has the 3 Tomo Sharingan, he doesn't have a Mangekyo yet. But since he has the 3 Tomo Sharingan, he's able to do the jutsu without tunnel vision. Right now, Naruto is trying to work on his Chidori. But since he doesn't have his Sharingan yet, he gets the tunnel vision and decides not to use it until he can either A, upgrade it, or B, has the Sharingan. So yeah, he goes back to Kakashi's house, checking up on her, and sees that she's already outside training. He has a smirk. He has a slight smirk on his face, and then he goes to the same room. He goes up to her and tries to off guard her by kicking her in the back. But Kakashi senses this and catches the kick and jumps and does a backflip away. And then she gets in a position to spar. Naruto just chuckles and says they're not going to spar yet. He's just going to train her in Taijutsu. So he makes 5 clones to go and tag team on her. We do a time skip of 30 minutes. Kakashi took out 3 clones. There's 2 more left. she took out 3 clones of Naruto. And she's just sitting there on the ground panting because she is tired. Naruto just sitting there watching her, and then a minute later she gets up and starts sparring with the clones again. But as soon as she starts sparring, Naruto can see why she's having a hard time. So he stops the fight and disbands the clones. Naruto tells her that her chakra control is not all that good. Well, it is good, but not up to standards. So she's wasting a lot of chakra than using it. Well, not a lot, but like she's wasting more chakra than using it. So this is what he does. He takes a stick and a water bottle. He places the stick on top of the water bottle and tells her to balance it with her chakra. She tries this for like an hour and still can't get it. She has it to this point where like it wobbles for like 30 minutes and then it just falls. For 30 seconds, then it just falls. Naruto sees that she's making improvement, but like a little bit. Cause since he could just hold the water bottle with the stick, like balance it with the stick for like 30 minutes and then it'll fall off. So he just tells her to just try to walk up the tree, which she tries this and gets it on her second try. Naruto is amazed, but not at the same time, seeing that she's a prodigy. So he takes her to like somewhere that has like water on it, like a lake or something like that. And he represents how to do water walking. And asks her to try to do water walking, which she tries for like 10 minutes and then she finally gets it. After this, Naruto and Kakashi start sparring. They both get in their Taijutsu stances and they start. Kakashi starts off the fight by taking her like little sword that she has in the anime, by taking that little sword dagger type thing and dashing at Naruto. Naruto sees this coming and takes a blade like the Kusanagi blade that Sasuke has and blocks it with his own sword. Naruto, since he likes going for kicks, he would fake out a kick and then go for a punch, which Kakashi doesn't notice this coming and then gets hit in the face by his punch. It sends her into a tree, but she's able to regain herself, bounce off the tree, and jumps at Naruto. Naruto tries to block this, but when he blocks it, he feels the brunt behind the attack and gets sent flying into a tree. When this happens, Kakashi weaves some hand signs and said, "Fire style, fireball jutsu." Naruto reenacts with this by saying water style, water wall, and they two things collide. Naruto, using the smoke to his advantage, goes underground and says, "Earth style, headhunter jutsu," pulling Kakashi underground, making a shadow clone and having a kunai to her throat. And Naruto wins that sparring session. Then he says he has to go for dinner and then leaves. On his way home, he sees a kid. He's just trying to train. And this kid, I don't know who to make this kid, so he's going to name him Random Shinobi. This kid. He's trying to work on a jutsu. Of course, this being like the Shadow Kunai Jutsu, like making all those kunais like form into like 1,000, like throwing 2, and then forming into like 20 kunais. So he's trying to do on that, but he can't do it. Naruto just leaves him be, seeing that he doesn't want to interest nobody. So he goes home. When he gets home, he gets slapped in the face with a frying pan by Kushina. Naruto is scared by this and caught off guard. And the Kushina yells, what were you doing, and why were you out for so long? Naruto just replies by saying that him and this one girl was training. Kushina starts to tease Naruto and asks if that is her girlfriend, his girlfriend. Naruto gets a slight blush and says no quickly, and then starts to run outside to get trained from his father. And at this time, it is like 7 o'clock. So Kushina's about to start making dinner. So yeah, Naruto is outside and he sees his dad just waiting for him. Naruto asks, what will he be doing today? Minato just replies by saying, working on Taijutsu and teaching him some new jutsus and perfecting his Chidori. Naruto gets a slight smirk by hearing this, but frowns a little bit at the Chidori part because he still doesn't have his Sharingan yet. So he does the obvious. He works on his fire style, and Minato teaches him fire style Phoenix Flower Jutsu. Naruto gets this on his third try because it's just making mini fireballs but quickly, and he wasn't able at the first 2 tries he was able to make 2 and 3 fireballs, but now he's able to make 5 fireballs for the Phoenix Flower Jutsu, which is impressive to Minato. So he gets on the next jutsu, one for water style. Naruto, he has a high affinity for water style, almost as great as the second Hokage Tobirama's. So he's able to form water out of the air like Tobirama did, using the evaporation. So Minato shows him the hand size for water style, water dragon jutsu, but slowly so Naruto can see it. Naruto does water style, water dragon jutsu, but instead of it coming like a big water dragon, it comes like a baby sized water dragon, like a size of a 5-year-old. And he's disappointed, but he knows he can work on it. All he needs to do is keep training on it. So he trains on the water dragon jutsu for 30 minutes and finally gets it. When 30 minutes has passed, Kushina already tells them to come inside and eat dinner, which Minato replies by hurrying up and gets to a seat because he doesn't want to feel the wrath of Kushina yet, and Naruto either. So they hurry up and eat. As soon as they got finished eating, Naruto and Minato goes back outside to train some more, which Kushina obliges just so she could see Naruto get a lot stronger to be the strongest ninja known to mankind. So Naruto starts working. He's working on his lightning style now. He has a lightning style named Lightning Style Chidori. He's still working on his Chidori right now. But when he tries to make this Chidori right now, the Chidori is big enough and like the size of Kakashi's Chidori in canon, but is that he has the tunnel vision. So he's trying to work going focusing chakra in his eyes so he could see better, which it kind of helps, but he still has tunnel vision by a little bit. So he just uses it like that by focusing chakra in his eyes, and kind of like Gil from Hunter x Hunter, but is not focusing chakra in his eyes to see better. So he starts working on his wind style. Not Naruto. Since Minato doesn't have wind style, he gives him a scroll. The scroll contains some B-rank wind style jutsus. Naruto doesn't find none of these interesting, so he tries to make his own wind style jutsu up. He puts wind chakra in his sword and tries to cut the air with it, but it's not coming out. He wants a wind slash. So he focuses almost 25% of his chakra, 25% of his chakra inside of this inside of his sword, and slashes the air with it. creating a wind slash. He's excited about this because he finally made his own jutsu. So he keeps it a secret because it's probably an A to S rank jutsu, even though it's an S rank jutsu. He does that as a last resort. So, because he has to put so much chakra inside of it for it to actually work. So he gets done with his wind style. Then he working on his last element, earth style. He doesn't like earth style just because it's boring and there's really nothing you could do with it. So he tries to do what Oniki does and just starts flying with it. Because he doesn't like earth style. It takes him like 1 to 2 hours, like an hour and a half to finally fly, which he does do, but he can't fly good as good. He could probably like float and not fly. So yeah. He gets the handling of floating down. So he's just exhausted at this point, so he goes upstairs and goes to sleep. On to the next day. Since Naruto and Kakashi is such a prodigy, they get their let's skip. They 8 right now. Yeah. No, it's type skip. They get their teams announced. Team 7. Let's keep other teams and then go to Team 7. Team 7. Naruto, Hatake, Uchiha. Kakashi, Hatake. No. Let's make it Rin still. Naruto, Hatake, Rin, Nohara. I just remember her last name. And Obito, Uchiha. They're going to be on Team 7. Kakashi and Naruto is annoyed by this because they want to be on the same team together. Because he actually started to grow a liking to her since he finds her amusing, as you could say. Like, a friend, but he doesn't, because, he finds her as a friend, but, doesn't want anybody to know. So, he's bummed out by this. But Kakashi's